India has shown its potential in track and field at the Tokyo Olympic Games. Neeraj Chopra returning with a gold medal. But how far are we from blazing the sprint track? I am tempted to ask five-time Olympic medal winner and a sprint legend, Justin Gatlin, who joins me now. Justin, welcome to India. It's not usual to see a sprint legend in this part of the planet. Please tell us what gets you here.
I'm here for the 10K, the TCS 10K. You know, it's obviously been going on for over 14 years now. So obviously it's showed so much success. And that's one thing that I love about it, is that the athletes and the people of the city and the country can be able to come out and run, not only for themselves, but for a cause. And that's a beautiful thing. We don't get to see that elsewhere in the world. So I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see the outfits. I'm excited to see the energy that's going to be here at the 10K.
Justin, the TCS 10K has a 14-year legacy. How will you contribute towards the legacy of the run?
I hope that I add inspiration. I think it's a huge thing, you know, to be able to take the mindset of not only young athletes, but people who just want to be healthy and be able to change their lifestyle and pass that on. That's a beautiful thing to have, because now you're creating a tradition that would be passed on to the next generation. I just hope that I can help add inspiration to that, to show them that you don't need to be an elite athlete or Olympic gold medalist just to be in shape, just to be able to take your health serious.
Justin, since I am speaking to you, I'm tempted to ask about India in track and field. Now, Neeraj Chopra has done very well in athletics, but where does India realistically stand? What kind of hopes should we have in 2024?
Well, that's a great question. Obviously, we know, hats off to the Golden Boy. He did a great job. We know that he's inspired younger athletes, and that's a trend that you see. When you have athletes that defy the odds, be able to come out and show the world that, you know, it's not usual for an Indian athlete to be so successful in the javelin throw to the point where they're at the top of the podium. Now you're going to see in the next couple of years young athletes, not just javelin throwers, but sprinters, distance runners. They all want a piece of that stardom. They all want a piece of that limelight, that success, that glory that will come with it. So that moment has sparked something that's going to be special for these young athletes in this country. I'm excited to see it. We've seen it with Usain Bolt, what he's done for his country. I think the same thing can happen here in India.
How far are the Indians from blazing the 100-meter tracks in Olympics and World Championships?
I'll give you a perfect example. The last 5 years, you know, we probably couldn't fathom seeing a Chinese athlete run under 10 seconds or run under 9 seconds, and you have the record being 9.8. So I really believe that when you throw out tradition or stereotypes of, you know, only fast athletes come from this part of the world, that's not true. I think that it only comes with the knowledge, the coaching knowledge. And if we have the great coaching knowledge in countries like this, you will see sprinters that will be at the starting line of Olympic finals, World Championship finals, and possibly on podiums very soon.
Now, I'm really tempted to ask you, 5 Olympic medals over 10 years, over 12 years, in fact. How did you keep your mind and body aligned?
It's not an easy sport. You know, you can have a great season and then you can have a setback that will make the next season horrible, or you can just miss the season period. So it's about creating a flow, creating a synergy. I've learned in the past that it's not about the big picture, but trying to pursue perfection. You know, even with losses and setbacks, those are lessons that you learn how to be able to be a better athlete the next day and the next day after that. So throughout my whole career, I focus on little things like my technique, my angles coming out the blocks, my foot placement, my race strategy. How can I be better shape with my endurance? How can I be more of a courageous athlete and be able to run faster times? So these are things that I really focused on, not only during competition, but throughout my training process for competition. And it's kind of helped me, or should I say distract me from looking at the big picture and saying, oh, another 4 years, oh, another 4 years. No, I take each year at a time and I focus on those goals I set out for myself.
You say, you are saying that everyone should take each year at a time. You took each year at a time. There were 8 years in between when you could not compete due to doping ban. How difficult were those years, Justin?
Very difficult. You know, I was a young 20-year-old, and I was trying to find myself in life as well at the same time. But I knew that my passion was in track and field. And so I had a journey to go for the next 4 years to figure out who I wanted to be. And track and field kept calling me back. So I stayed in shape. I tried out football, American football, and I realized that, you know, I could have success there with hard work and dedication just as well in track and field, but my love was in track and field. I wanted to come back into a sport where my heart was happy.
Let me ask you one last question. What is the best learning from this period you got, and something you would like to pass on to the generation next?
Know who you are. Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. There always will be setbacks. That's what life is about. It's about how you're going to overcome setbacks and learn from lessons that the world has taught you, or learn from lessons that you have taught yourself with mistakes. Be happy and be courageous, because you won't have this opportunity ever again. Sports is a short window in your life. You have to realize that, take that opportunity, be the best you can be, because not only will you inspire yourself when you look back at it, but you're going to inspire the next generation, and you might inspire your own children at some point in time. Because not only were you fast, but you were smart, you were intelligent, and you were brave.
Justin Gatlin, thank you very much for those wise words. Keep inspiring. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.